Hi, Miss Jessie.
Well, how are you today? But you're gonna have to slow down a little bit. I can't keep up with you.
You're so sweet. I have heard so many great things about you. I am so honored for you to be here with me.
Well, it's an honor to hear from you, but I got to tell you again, slow down. I can't keep up with you. You're going fast.
Well, yes.
I'm enjoying you.
Well, I'm glad for you to be here. Now, Colleen, can you hear me? Would you tell them just a little bit about Miss Jessie?
So let me have Wanda tell you, because Wanda is her neighbor, and that is how I first was introduced to Miss Jessie. So 1 second.
Okay.
Hi, Neal.
How are you?
Just fine. Miss Jessie and I have been friends for several years now, many years. And it was just a relationship that just, I mean, from the moment we met, it was just great. And she has told me so many times, and I've told her the same thing. She says it like this: why didn't I meet you sooner in my life? And I always tell her it's because God knew exactly when I needed her. He did it for me. But she's a wonderful friend. She's a wonderful role model. She's just unbelievable.
Mowing her lawn. How she's
Oh yeah, I took a video. I walked up one day and caught her cutting her grass when she was still cutting it until she was 99 or 100. And I took a video of her cutting her grass and just posted it on Facebook, and that thing went viral in about 2 days, over 24,000 shares.
Oh, wow.
Nobody knew her, but it was just going everywhere, and she's become a celebrity. And when she had her 100th birthday, she had a huge party, had 500 people there, didn't you, for a seated dinner for her 100th birthday. And she asked me to speak, and I stood up there and was telling them something about Facebook, and how she scrolls through, and she, it's just funny to see someone her age just flipping through Facebook and on there, like, how in the world does she know to do Facebook? And I said, well, now that's our hobby, because since she's a celebrity, I had to go there and sit there with my iPad and let her see what's been said about her. It's just amazing.
Well,
she just grew up 3 miles from where she lives.
Oh yeah, Colleen asked me when we went to pick her up this morning. She said, I told her, I said, Miss Jessie has lived within 3 miles of this house for 105 years.
So that's what I was getting to, because our people that are watching right now, they don't know much about her. Most of them don't. So I just wanted to tell you, for you to tell the folks how old she is. She's 105 years old.
That's right.
And she
May 24th, 1916.
Wow. She lives where? Where's home?
About 4 miles from my house.
In what?
We're halfway between Augusta and Savannah, Georgia.
Oh yes, ma'am. Wow.
And she remembers the days when you didn't you say that on Saturdays about once a month you would get on the wagon? Tell him about that, going to Waynesboro.
We would get on the wagon, and we had a buggy. You ever heard of a buggy?
Yes, ma'am.
A buggy is one mule, and it's one seat and a little, I call it a basket behind the seat. And if it was more than 2 riding, we would have to get in the little seat. Sometimes the poor mules would have a hill, and we would get out and walk behind the buggy and give the mule a little chance to rest. We got in town, the driver would have food for the mule. You ever heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
Fodder. Mm-hmm.
And would give him corn, and they always kept a trough in the city and kept water for people with mules.
Yes, ma'am.
Wasn't no cars back in those days. And that was once maybe a year.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Buy grocery.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe twice a year.
Oh my gosh.
Now you go to the store every day.
That's right.
But we were happy.
Oh, I know you were. You still look happy.
We are.
Yes.
We are. I am.
I understand.
Yeah, I am. Because things have changed 99.5%.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
those were good days. We had nothing. We worried about nothing. We were happy.
Yes, ma'am. Well,
So are you.
well,
Aren't you happy at what you're doing? I'm happy for you.
well,
But I just want you to slow down.
yes, ma'am. I've been told that. I promise I will.
Well, you will. Days gonna come. You say,
Yes,
well, when I was young, I did thus and so. Now I'm gonna let somebody else do it.
Try.
You're gonna do that. You're gonna be
Yes.
happy. They lay a pattern for somebody else.
Yes, ma'am. You
And
words.
that'll push you up to hell, knowing you did something good.
Yes, ma'am. Well,
You
thank you.
you ain't been a bad boy all your life.
No, ma'am. You're right. I just calmed down the last 3 years.
All right. All right.
She was impressed by the fact that you knew Charlie.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yep, Charlie Pride.
Pride.
Wow.
Yep, he was a dear friend of mine. He's the guy that started me in the music business 40 years.
How good that was.
Yes,
Make me
ma'am.
think you believe in what you're saying.
Yes, ma'am. That's exactly right.
I have to believe you.
Yes, ma'am.
Good enough. Keep doing. Keep doing.
I will.
And you reached your goal. Sometimes
ma'am.
you wonder, I want to do thus and so. And maybe you forget that time, but the next time you do much better.
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
I'm happy for you.
Do you have any other questions for Miss Jessie, Neal?
No, ma'am. I was, as she knows, and I think she does a little bit about me. I say the Pledge of Allegiance every day, and I wanted to know if she would say the Pledge of Allegiance with me to the United States of America.
Yes.
Okay, we are going to walk outside because there is a flag out here.
Okay, and I call it.
Yes.
And I have one, the Pledge of Allegiance ingrained behind me that on that flag. If you want to say it to that, but if you want to walk outside, you can.
Do you want to go out by the flag or do you want to say it with that one?
You can do it right here.
Okay, we're going to do it right here, Neal.
That is fantastic.
Good.
Okay, are you going to take off your hat for the flag?
I'll run him away from here.
She'll run you away from here if she takes off her hat, she says.
Well, you see that? You see how bad
Yes.
That's
Right.
terrible.
You
That's
look good.
terrible to show.
Okay, she's gonna say it right here, he said.
All right. Are
Okay,
y'all ready?
she's ready for you.
Okay, here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
To the
I pledge
flag.
allegiance.
Go ahead and say, you can say the pledge at the same time as him.
I pledge allegiance for the flag of the United States of America and its republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, liberty and justice for all.
Amen. Wow,
Yeah,
that is absolutely.
that's okay.
That is
Did
perfect.
did I tell you about the flag?
No, ma'am. Tell me about it.
No, I asked you, did I say it right?
Yes, ma'am. You sure did.
All right.
You did it.
Well, that's our flag for the United States.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
it's republic, justice. See, we're supposed to have justice for everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's good enough for us to follow.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
come on. Come on.
But I look so forward to meeting you in person. Time with
Huh?
He's gonna meet you in person someday and spend
Well,
some
we
time with
pray
you.
God that time will soon come.
Yes,
I'll make you a deal, Neal. You come and Miss Jessie and I will cook lunch for you.
I'm going to hold you to that.
I had to turn the fried cornbread off to do this interview just now.
She can do good cornbread.
I bet you can. Well, turn it back on. I'm headed that way.
She can do most anything good.
Well, I'm so happy that y'all found each other.
I'm happy to meet you, and especially Miss Colleen. She acts like somebody I've been knowing 50 years. And she ain't much older. Is she 50?
I'm 54.
Oh, you are?
So you met me when I was 4?
I must have met her early, didn't I?
Yes, ma'am.
I had to be old as I am.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good while, 105 now.
That is a good while. I'm so proud for you.
I'm happy to be here. It may not be long, but I'm glad how long it have been.
Well, you'll be fine. You just hang in there, and I'm going to come see you as soon as I can get to you, okay?
Well, I pray God that will come to pass. I would love to meet you in person.
Golly, me too.
I would too.
I've just about made a country music fan out of Miss Jessie.
Good for you. Well, y'all
she'll come to my house, and if I ain't did something, oh, Miss Jessie so-and-so, like it's her house. And if she come there now, I had breakfast.
Well, you would have it. You wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, I will. I will. I'm happy now, and I will the other way.
Yes, ma'am. Well, you take care of yourself, okay?
Can't do nothing else.
All right.
If I go to walk, then I'll fall and can't get up. And you would be afraid, and you'd run instead of coming to me.
Exactly right.
Thank you, Neal.
All right, sweetheart. Thank y'all. Hey, Wanda, great meeting you also.
You too.
And thank you. Thank you forever.
All right, sugar. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Neal. This is great.
Oh, thank you, Wanda.
Bless us.
All right, y'all. I'll see you.
He is a